Rock is like, whatever money is in your pocket is my money. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Episode 6, Level Up. Okay, so there was a lot going on in this episode. It was so many moving parts, but this time I didn't think that they were disconnected. Last time we had an episode where there was a lot of stuff happening. It didn't seem like the storylines were going together. This one here seemed very connected to me. What I saw here was the beginning to the fall of Raquel's empire, if you want to call it that, because she really doesn't have an empire at this point. This is the beginning to the fall. It didn't start with Davina giving up the stash house. It didn't get started with Kanan wanting to be part of it and taking out, you know, Dub 20 or Buck 20. It didn't start with any of that. This episode here is where it all started. What I do not like, and this is how her character is written, it is really making me dislike Rock's method of movement. She talks tough, she acts tough, but the way they are writing her character shows that she is acting more with her heart than her head. And she's acting more with her ego than anything else. Mainly because she always shouting out, you know who I am? You know who I am? Don't nobody give a fuck. Like, I mean, people probably give a fuck, but not me. You know, for you to keep saying, you know who I am? You know who I am? You know who I am? People who need that much acknowledgement, who have to scream for that much acknowledgement, ain't too sure themselves of who the fuck they are. That's how I feel about that. So I'm not liking the way the Rock is moving. Like I said, it seems like she's making boss moves, but she's really not. She's really not. There was one thing I said last episode that I liked about Unique that I don't like about Rock. Unique will get out there and handle business on his own. If he need to take a motherfucker out, whether it's his friend or foe, he would do so. Rock, on the other hand, calls one of her brothers, as it happened in this episode as well. In addition to, I'm very surprised that Marvin is proven to be a little bit more muscle than Lulu, despite all of his feelings that he has about the situation. He's proven to be more muscle. She calls on him to be the muscle man more than Lulu. It's almost as if Lulu is her bodyguard and Marvin is the henchman. That's what I'm saying here. And between the three of them, there is a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension. You can tell there's love a little between Rock and Lulu. It seems like there's no love really between Marvin and either one of the siblings. But you can tell that there is tension between all three. We start this episode off. Rock is going to the Baileys, the public housing building. And if you notice that each particular episode when 50 Cent is narrating, the way he starts off his commentary is basically how he's ending it as well. He ended this episode like you never know who's going to climb to the top. There's always somebody up there trying to get over you and push you back down, things like that. And that's what Rock is doing at the beginning of this episode. Forgive me, my hair is wet. I am conditioning. I'm in the middle of a wash day. Okay, so my hair is drip. I got drip all down my shirt. Anywho, so that's how Rock started off the episode. Climbing upstairs to the 8th floor in them damn hills. Now let me tell you, whoever is styling Rock is doing the damn thing. Her clothes be on point. Her hair be on point. Makeup be on point. Whoever is styling Rock got it down. I'm gonna give that to her. She shines. She shines every time she comes on screen. She is that girl, or at least that's what, you know, she feels like anyway. But she's climbing her ass up to the 8th floor. She forgetting that this building elevator broke. She done been here 5 times and she don't realize that the elevator ain't working. So all these drugs and things that Marvin had to bring up there, or that Marvin and them will have to bring, because Marvin is going to be doing it, all has to be done by climbing up the fucking stairs. climbing up the stairs to the 8th floor. Now, what benefit that is that if there's if cops are raiding them, they got to climb stairs too. The negative to that as well is there's only one way in and out those stairs. There's no elevator. If there's a fire escape outside the window, we haven't been privy to that yet. But yeah, right now there's one way in and out, with the exception of her drop through the floor, which still ain't completed. So she goes up here to this apartment, and the landlord, I forgot his name already, my bad. It begins with a D. I'm gonna call him D. He calls up there. He meets her in the hallway to tell her, look here, I told you, you can't be making changes to this building. You have to get approved. This building is not just a regular old apartment building. It's part of public housing. So any changes that has to be made to the building must go through the Public Housing Authority, which you think, since Rock's so big and so bad, she may have had some pull on the Public Housing Authority side. But no, she's working with the low-level person, the damn custodian. She's working with Bookman, trying to get the damn job done. But now here's an inspector up in here. The inspector looked like he was just Bookman's boss, but he's an inspector. And he's wondering why all these changes are going on with this building, which is confusing to me. How did he know? It's on the 8th fucking floor. He just all of a sudden randomly decided to go inspect that particular building in that particular apartment. Why is he there? Okay. But anyway, he's there, and he's telling Rock, you can't get no approval to do nothing up in this building without the Public Housing Authority's approval and mine. You can't even hang a damn magnet on your refrigerator without my approval. That's how my house is right now. My landlord told us we can hang shit on the wall. This right now is hung up with this tape that sticks on the back and the front, and it may peel off the fucking wall when I take the picture down. I don't know. But he told us we can put up nothing in this house. We couldn't put no nails in the wall. We can't even put plants. My mom got 4 plants downstairs in the window. We ain't even supposed to have plants in here. That's how my landlord is. And this is a house. See what I'm saying? It ain't public house. And this is a regular house. But that's how motherfuckers be. But this is what he telling her. You can't even put a fucking, bath mat on the floor without my doggone approval. So Rock is like, trying to use her feminine wiles. Okay, so what we got to do to handle this situation, to fix it. Pause. I was pissed off about that. This is why Unique and a lot of people feel that women can't handle business. We got to use what we got to get what we want. That's the common terminology. But in this type of game, when people are already looking down on you because you are a woman, because you have a slit between your legs, that's what you want to use. That's your tool, is to pretend that you're gonna sex him up in order to get what you want. No, punk that bitch like you would. Like if he was a dude and you was a dude, and you would punk that motherfucker like he's supposed to be punked and put his ass in line like everybody else. That's how you're supposed to be doing it. Do you think Ghost would have walked up to them and said, you know what kind can we meet? That pissed me off. Cause honestly, women are some of the most ruthless ass motherfuckers out there. Don't believe me if you don't want to. We think a lot with our heart. Yes, we do. We think a lot with our emotions, but we are cutthroat as a motherfucker. If you think about all these great leaders from all the time, if you just think back into slavery with all the masses and shit, who the fuck was really running shit? It was the women. A lot of the stuff that they did, it was because of the influence of woman or because of a woman. And the way that they are playing her character just kind of like belittled her. It just brought her down in my eyes. Like, this is what, come on. This is what we succumbing to. I mean, I didn't think she was going to actually give in to the dude. I just didn't like the fact that she even gave him that idea. Then I'm not sure if she was really going to give in. Okay. So he told her, look here, we could settle this tonight. You and me. And I mean you and me. Don't bring nobody else. Bring that body, yaddy, yaddy. That's all I'm saying, right? And we'll figure this out. See, because he gave that type of comeback, lets me know he ain't really answering to the Public Housing Authority. If he can make the decision because he fucked you to decide not to say nothing to the Public Housing Authority, then there's other ways around that. That's all I'm saying. I was surprised that she was that way. It irritated me. Okay, so I might be going out of order because I didn't take no notes, but we're gonna go forward. So Rock finds out from Kanan that well, she confronted Kanan about the fact that he was locked up while she was cutting his hair, and finds out that Symphony is the one who picked him up from the police station. Now she's pissed. She's pissed as hell at Symphony. And what Kanan said she was gonna do is basically what she did. Kanan told him she will cut your ass off quick when things ain't going her way. And Symphony's like, nah, I know how bad it is. He said, no, you always don't know my mom. Well, this particular episode, that's exactly what happened. She was so heated with Symphony that she cut his ass off. When she confronted him later on, actually she didn't even confront him. She got her motherfucking fifis again as what they would expect a woman to do. She at the bar order her drink. He come in, say he gonna pay for it, and she storms out, high stepping real quick out the damn building. He like, wait, chasing after her ass. And she's angry and upset because she feels like Symphony's coming between her and her son, because now he's playing favors for Kanan. She don't give a fuck to Kanan ass, but Symphony is looking at it like this was your son. Wouldn't you want me to look out for him? Okay, but that ain't how Rock seeing it. Rock seeing it as you betraying me, you keeping things from me that could affect my child. You don't make choices for my child. Just because you fucking me don't mean that you get to make choice for my child. You the one that pushed this fucking relationship on Kanan. You pushed this relationship on Kanan. That made him feel comfortable. That want to be comfortable with Symphony. Yeah, so she say she done with him. I don't think she done with him. I don't think we done with Symphony. So I think I'm gonna try to go pretty much through what Rock was going through, because she wasn't the most important character in this for me. Lulu was, so I'm gonna try to do Lulu last. So also, Rock, oh my God, what happened with Marvin White? He was all sitting down talking to Marvin. Okay, so Marvin rode out and he was supposed to be picking up he was checking on his doughboys, and the exchange was never made between Dean and them. So Marvin went back to tell Rock. First he was blowing Rock up and she wouldn't even answer him because she's arguing with Kanan about Symphony. But they all meet up, her, Lulu, and Marvin sit down together to chit chat. And Rock is like, okay, we need to handle this. Lulu, you out here trying to handle a motherfucking showcase and shit, and this motherfucker out here always fucking up left and right. We need to get some business done. And Marvin tell her, look, we stressed thin. We can't stress no more. So she tell him to go talk to somebody. She tell Lou to go talk to somebody. And she gonna go talk to Dean. She goes in to sit down with Dean. And he tell her pretty much, I ain't fucking with you no more. And she's like, why not? Well, because of Smurf. Remember, Smurf was the dude from Dean's crew who gave her the information on where Unique shit was going down at, where his exchange was happening at. And by Rock setting that up and letting Epps know where to go get Unique, that fucks with Dean's money. So Dean said he can't trust you no more. On top of the fact Unique just said he gonna pay an extra 20% premium just to make sure you don't get shit. Okay, so Dean cut her off. He said, good luck with your life. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. Rock didn't try to use her feminine wiles on him. Maybe because he was in front of his grandma. She just wanted bingo. Bingo. What got me about that scene right there, when Rock came in, Dean turned down his grandmother's hearing aid. But somehow, she was still able to hear them bingo numbers being shouted out. And she got bingo. How she heard that? I don't know how hearing aids work. Can they tune out near noises and still pick up the stuff far away? Because she shouldn't have been able to hear that if he turned the damn thing down. And I was like, damn, how the fuck is she still playing? He done turned her damn hearing aid down. Okay, anywho, Dean grandmama won, you know what I'm saying? And Rock lost in this situation. So she heads over to the store. Poppy, we found out his name is Gabriel. We probably been found out his name was Gabriel a long time ago, but he gonna forever be Poppy. Poppy not there. But Julia, I thought her name was Juliana. her whole face is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? His presence is shown on her face. She claimed that she fell. We know she fell into his fist. And I don't know why I'm like wanting Rock to take care of him for that reason. But I don't know. Well, she tells Juliana that she needs to connect with her cousin in the Reno group, the Reno cartel or what have you. And she was like, I got a lot of cousins. I don't know which one you're talking about. Okay. Back up a few episodes. When you were first introduced to the storyline, Lulu said that he had a conversation with you about your cousin. And you told him about the connections that you had, or the connections your cousin had. Now all of a sudden, you got convenient amnesia when she bringing up your cousin, like you don't know who the fuck he is and how to contact him. You like talk to Gabriel about my cousin, but know that he and my cousin can't stand each other. No, I'm here talking to you. You the one who was the original connect. Gabriel ain't her. But we saw the mirrors, which was making me think that there must be some cameras that Gabriel gonna see and gonna want to ask her what the fuck was she in there for and what she talking to her about. So it's gonna cause more problems. But Juliana basically gonna contact her cousin for Rock, because she basically gonna do it, right? Well, Rock has a problem with Lulu this particular episode too. Lulu, of course, getting the showcase together, and Lulu is fronting the cash for everything now. It seems. No, Junior was supposed to have all this already together, but the lighting people ain't been paid, the sound people ain't been paid, whatever shipment or liquor or whatever being dropped off there, furniture, lighting, DJ booth, whatever's supposed to be dropped off there, ain't none of this shit being paid for. Evidently, Junior is a bad businessman, because most of the people here like, I ain't doing shit unless it's paid to advance. So Lulu was steady just dolling out money. At the same time, Jessica is encouraging this shit. Like, you the man with the money, you the man with the plan. That's how she feel about it. The ones who with the money is the one making all the decisions. It's throwing me off that I can't see my other pink line on my shirt, y'all, when I'm looking at this camera. There we go. It still ain't come through all the way. His mom steady fidgeting. Okay, anywho, fuck it. So yeah, so she's like, I love a man that can spend money, and you the boss now, and you did this, you put this all together. He didn't put shit together. He just paying for it all. This was still Junior's dream. This was still Junior's big showcase. The showcase was going on with or without Lou. It may not went off with a hitch, but Lou is now fronting all the money for it. So no, he ain't put shit together. Okay, so but Rock comes in and like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, baby, bro? You know what I'm saying? You got your crew set up for who gonna be running shit up and through here tonight? He like, nah, ain't nobody gonna be running nothing up through here. She's like, no, this is about business. This right here, what you doing, this is a hobby. We running a business over on this side, so you need to have your crew up in here making us money, picking up customers up and through here. He like, no. So this particular time now, Rock is chastising him in the same fashion that she would do Marvin, about how he got his mind off the game, off the ball, and what I do, what I make feeds you, motherfucker. You in here spending our money. He's like, no, this is my money. How many fucking $100 bills you walking around with $10,000 in your pocket? He's steady dolling out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I would have been got Lou set up. You know what I'm saying? Just, you walking around with that much money on you all the fucking time, he'd have been set up. He'd have been set up. But anywho, Rock is like, whatever money is in your pocket is my money. I get, you know what? I think most employers feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That's why they try to control your life once you're off the clock. They feel like if you working for me and I pay you, then I fucking own you and everything that you have, including the money that's in your pocket. And Lou like, no, this is my money, sis. She's like, no, that's mine. My money. But I'm gonna let you go and keep doing your motherfucking thing up in here. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to help make no money when this shit is over. You need to be back out there hustling harder than ever was. Go ahead, keep spending our money. Keep spending it. Rock, do you go back to Lulu and say, hey, I need you to help me buy product? Do you borrow from Lulu? Do you take from Lulu? Then it's his fucking money. How the fuck is it yours? Make it make sense, sis. She really emotional at this particular time. Her ego bigger than her words at this particular time. And I just don't understand it. And now Lulu is feeling the brunt of the same thing that Marvin always feel. Always. Well, Marvin. Am I going to go to him next? Let's go ahead and go to Jukebox for a minute. Well, Jukebox is at home feeling lonely and destitute and everything. And there's a knock on the door. She look up, and who is it? It's Nicole. Nicole, I can't live without you. I want to be with you. I'm here for you, Nicole. You know what I'm saying? She love her some Juke. Juke love her some her. And they sit down and just chit chat, and we get our Black History lesson again. Like I say, it either comes from their conversations or comes from Symphony. I just broke a motherfucking nail. Y'all see that shit? I just broke my goddamn nail right there. It's that bleach. I was bleaching my bathtub. Okay, so anywho, so she but like I said, we get our little Black History lesson. I was watching random TV reviews. Shout out to Stanley and Lynette, and you know they reviewed Power as well, and they really felt like what transpired between Nicole's parents and Jukebox was like extreme racism. I've always felt that her parents were racist. They the kind of racist people that try to be so connected, be so motherfucking hood, but as soon as one thing go wrong, then you know it comes out, because her calling her repugnant or she's disgusting and repelling or whatever she called her. You know, that had a whole lot of racial undertones. But for me, what it really focused on was their homophobic behavior. That's what I thought. That whole scene really was about more so than race. Race was tied into it, and I can't think of my words right now. The height of anger that her mother was displaying had homophobia and racism tied in together. She probably could have dealt with Juke being Black this whole time if it not been, you know, but now the fact that she's Black and she's gay and my daughter's into her, yeah, that's the problem. That's the main issue. And that made me recall back to a point that Nicole was saying that her mama was cool with her, but she ain't cool with everything. Her mama already knew that she was into girls. Her mama just don't want to see it, and she damn sure don't want to see it with a Black girl. But her parents already is aware that Nicole likes girls. And that's what Nicole was talking about when she said her mama wasn't cool with everything. Okay, so anywho, Nicole has agreed to come to her showcase. So, you know, everything's good, everything's good. She goes home. Now, we got Burke out here in the streets. What's the word? Police in the streets, I guess you could say. But she's really particularly policing this family. For some reason, she has her eye on Jukebox. How did she even tie Jukebox in? I'm unsure. Like, how does she connect Jukebox to Kanan Stark and D-Wiz? They haven't shown us where Detective Burke knew this information, that they were all connected. But anywho, so she's following Jukebox and sees Nicole. I get the feeling that Burke is gay too, because she wants to become Jukebox's friend. Maybe that's who Jukebox started fucking with and made Jukebox want to become a cop. I'm still trying to get this idea in my head of how Jukebox wanted to become a cop. But yeah, Burke is following her around and telling her, well, you can talk to me if you need to talk to me, because I know things that other people don't know. She's saying to her, girl, we fam. That's pretty much what she's saying to her. But she's like, you know, if you want to talk to me about D-Wiz's murder, I'm investigating that. You are not investigating D-Wiz's murder no more, child. You are not. Same way you ain't investigating Buck 20. But anywho, Jukebox is like, you know, I ain't got time for you, sis. Deuces, right? Well, like I said, the showcase is coming up. And Marvin, when they was at the house talking about them need to go talk to these different new primos, basically, Marvin had mentioned to Lulu He mentioned to Lulu about how he was basically fucking up and he was a fuck up. The same thing that Lulu said to him after they had their little conversation where, you know, Rock chewed him out. And he was talking about, you go ahead with this little showcase. You know, he was already bitter about the showcase. And he was like, well, look, I got your motherfucking daughter singing in the showcase. Bam, boom, boom, right? Go ahead and be a father to your motherfucking daughter, right? So Marvin is excited. When he left out the house, I thought that he was finna go to the house and run into Nicole with Jukebox, but what he did was run into Kanan. Okay, and Kanan and them went for a little ride. They went down to the highway. I forgot what the highway was called. The Wilk. Well, this is the highway, the bridge area that Symphony had told him about, where all the white people come through town, they fill up for gas and they run back out, so they ain't got to really go through the hood. This area. So Kanan is showing him that, look, we can make money here. Remember, Jukebox had him out there in their Parker Bucks, all the white folks, and thinking white folks buy this shit, and they spend top dollar for it. So he's putting together the information he learned from Symphony as far as the area, and he's putting together the information that he learned from Jukebox on how to sell to white folks, and he's presenting it to Marvin. He didn't go to his mama because his mama don't want him in the game, but he think that he can maneuver Marvin in the way that he want him to go. Now, when they was sitting here in his car and Marvin was like, yeah, your mama told me not to fuck with you, then why you pick him up? Why you go for a ride? You know what I'm saying? Anywho, when Marvin was sitting there saying, you know what, I like your initiative, I knew at that moment that Marvin was going to steal that idea, because Marvin is sick of Rock. He been sick of Rock. He's sick of Rock talking down to him, and I feel like just based off of this episode, that at some point Lulu gonna get tired of her ass too. You know, he love his sister. He really do. He love his sister more than he love his brother. But he gonna get tired of her talking down to him. He ain't Marvin. He ain't one gonna sit there and keep eating that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell by the conversation that he was having with her, because he was trying to give his reasons and all that stuff and other. So yeah, I knew at that moment that that Marvin was going to go and take Kanan's idea and make money, and he ain't making money for Rock. I don't believe he is. I think he doing it for himself. He's finna stretch out and branch out, and the reason why I'm believing is on top of what I've already felt. Rock went to go meet the inspector. Well, she came in, you know, she's supposed to be going to the little showcase. She all dressed up all nice and cute and shit, you know what I'm saying? And she goes in there, and he like, you know, I know who you are. You're a little drug dealer lady, you know what I'm saying? And, but he didn't display any type of fear. If you know who she is, then I'm assuming that you would have that fear in you. But he didn't care about that. All he saw was this tall, slender chocolate thing in front of him that he finna get some punani from, right? So he goes to reach up underneath her skirt, her dress, whatever, and she throws the money, and I'm like, no, this is straight cash transaction. He's like, the fuck it is. He reached up to choke her the fuck out. Now, she got a gun in her purse. But he choked her up so hard she dropped the purse. The gun didn't fall out, you know, nothing like that. But he choked her up hard. Punched in the stomach, started to whoop her ass. She is shook the fuck up, right? She's down on the ground, heave-hoeing, breathing. And she sees that motherfucking mallet, picks that bitch up and clocks him upside the motherfucking head. Baka-boom, baka-boom, baka-boom. Okay? Well, Marvin, who's supposed to have been on his way to the showcase too, Lou already there, she calls her brother. And this is what I was saying earlier about how they handle business. If this was Unique, he would have finished the fucking job. You sitting there, you done clocked this motherfucker upside the head with a goddamn mallet. You took the time to duct tape him and tie him up and shit, but you got a gun in your purse and you didn't finish that motherfucker off yourself? Rock, what is you doing, boo? All that fiberglass up in there, you could have muted that motherfucking gun with that shit, you know what I'm saying? But no, what you do, you call Marvin in and do your dirty work. And during this conversation, you could hear Marvin really expressing his disdain with how the shit is going with his sister. He about to level up his damn self. You know, he let it all out to the superintendent. In the meantime, or the inspector, he put 2 nails, boom, boom, right to his head, dead. Stuffed him in the wall with the fiberglass and put up the doggone drywall. Now, my thing is, in 3 days, that body gonna start stinking. So you got a dead ass, stinking ass body in the walls. Ain't nobody else gonna complain about that. You got the whole building inspector gone. The whole building inspector gone. Now D was still there when he proposed that you meet him late at night at 8 o'clock. Okay, he was still there. Y'all wasn't whispering like that. Y'all wasn't whispering like that. So, yeah, Marvin done killed the old boy and stuffed him in the wall. And that building, he should be stinking. It should be dank up in there. That'll give me all justification and cause to, like, call somebody out there for real. Figure out what the fuck this smell is. But I guess since the people ain't came out there to check on the elevator in 5 years, I think that's what the lady said, 5 years, then they ain't gonna be worried about no smells in the walls. It's probably just dead rats. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but this, I think at this point, this is what made me realize that Marvin really is the muscle. He really is the muscle. You know what I'm saying? He'd kill him up for quick. He'd roll up his sleeves, get his hands bloody and dirty for his sis. He ain't even got to use a gun halftime, but he will. This is the Marvin that I wanted in the beginning. Remember I told y'all I wanted him to be gutter. I wanted him to be gutter. But I really wanted most from Raquel. There's no reason that you should have sledgehammered that motherfucker with that mallet and you didn't continue to bash that bitch head in until it was no more. She is clearly shaken up. Clearly shaken up. You know, after her interaction with Symphony, and then she runs into Burke, and then she asked her where Epps was at, and she was like, well, tell him don't come between the son and the mama. How was he coming in between the son and the mama? He wasn't. He wasn't. She goes home and climbs back in the bed. She didn't even go to the showcase. She didn't even go to the showcase. This is a long video. I didn't realize it was going to be a long video. So anywho, yeah, she climbs back in the bed. She didn't go to the showcase. She in there soaking because she's shaking up because she almost got raped. If that mallet wasn't on that floor, that man would have hurt her something terrible because her gun was nowhere near her. She just pop goes the weasel on that ass. That's what she should have did. If she didn't want to, like, you know, pop goes the weasel, she'd have blunged that motherfucker till he was no more. That's what she should have did. But Rock really not about that life like we think that she is, or like her mouth say that she is. Oh, but Unique is. I didn't realize he had on them damn golds in his mouth. I still think he's sexy as a motherfucker though. The cigar threw me off though. I can't stand somebody to smoke. Oh, anywho, Lou want his showcase to go off with out of hitch. What am I missing before I get to this point? Kanan. What was going on with Kanan? Nothing really. Nothing was really going on with Kanan. I really pretty much basically explained what it was going on with Marvin. So Lulu wanted his showcase to go off without a hitch. So when Rock came earlier to tell him to know that he need to be moving drugs to the place, and he was like, "Nah, I want everything to be straight and on the up and up." She's like, "Well, what about Unique? You know his people gonna be up in there." And he's like, "No, Unique people ain't gonna be selling shit either, right?" So to ensure that this is not gonna happen, or to ensure that this Unique's people are not gonna be selling stuff either, Lulu decides to go over there and have a top conversation with Unique. Unique is cocky as a motherfucker too. But he like, you know what? I like you. You the only one that seem reasonable in this motherfucking family. Rock needs somebody like that because she don't know how to move without reason. You logical and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I knew something was off when he started off the conversation. Like, how dare this motherfucker come up in here after you just killed 2 of my people? Which he didn't. It was Marvin, but still. You killed 2 of my people and you gonna roll your motherfucking ass up in here? We got real beef out in these streets and you gonna slide up in this bitch and ask me for a motherfucking favor? I'm listening though. But the thing that gets me about that, Unique, when we first started this show off, you know, we started off with your people shooting one of Rock's people. He was in the hospital. We ain't never heard nothing else about that dude no more. He in the hospital. I forgot what his name was one time. Flavor Flav. I don't remember what that dude's name was. Anyway, you shot up our people first. So far, it's been back tit for tat. And now you concerned that 2 of your motherfucking people just got killed. Remember the one Marvin rammed with the damn van, and then the one he shot inside the house, right? So you niggas like, this motherfucker got his nerves. The reason that Rock was running dry in the beginning because you made that deal with Epps to make sure that she ain't moving on the street. You dried her out. So you had the nerve to have an attitude about the fact that she hit your shit with the same cop. Then you roll up on her stash house, and you mad that 2 of your people got killed as they were trying to rob her stash house. You nigga done lost his damn mind, his ever-loving mind. But I knew for a fact that Unique wasn't really fucking with Lou like that. You know, as soon as Lou left out the building, you know, he was like, that nigga just like his sister, think he could come up here, you know, kill 2 of my motherfuckers that ask me for a favor, like I give a fuck about them. And the same way he feel about Rock, he don't give a fuck about her. You know, all them little conversations and mafia conversations they be having, I be thinking, why? Because he really don't honor it. Unique don't honor that shit for real. He gonna find some way around it, find a loophole through it to say, fuck you, Rock. And now he's saying the same thing to Lou. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna send old boy that saw when Kanan and Scrap got picked up, and Scrap to go light the whole damn event up. Scrap looks scared as a motherfucker, which is only confirms to me he's working for Rock, just as I said, right? So down at the little showcase, we got Burke down there who's watching everything. Had this conversation with Rock. I'm skipping over the Epps part. Epps is dying. We know he need bone marrow. We know that Kanan, his kid, I already knew he was gonna go to he was gonna consider Kanan as a bone donor, bone marrow donor, right? He got to get around Rock some kind of way. Now the conversation that Rock had with Burke when she said don't come between a mother and a son like that, it would made you believe that Epps had went to Kanan and said, I'm your daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying and I need your bone marrow. That's what the conversation had. But me and Burke's in there like, what the fuck you talking about? I don't even know what that means. Okay. But now with that conversation, Burke is going to be nosy as a motherfucker. And Burke is going to take it back to their captain to say that her partner has a conflict of interest because he evidently has a child with this woman. Which is why he don't want to investigate. Every time that we try to, I want to investigate, I want to question somebody, he always like, nope, I ain't gonna do it. Nope, nope, nope. And that's gonna help Burke move up in position, I believe. Okay, so we go back to the nightclub. It's packed up in there. You know, the DJ is spinning. If there was a real legit DJ or somebody we knew from back in the day, y'all let me know. Drop it in the comment section for me. But the dude that was singing, I don't know if he was singing a song that was supposed to be popular because I ain't never heard it before. But that motherfucker had a high top fade, y'all, with half Gumby. At first I was like, his high top is just crooked. But no, this is supposed to be like a Gumby put on this side. I could not. If I'd have seen that motherfucker back in my youth, I'd have clowned his shit so fucking bad, cuz like, your high top fade had to be on point. Your Gumby had to be on point. But you ain't finna have a high top fade with the Gumby at the same motherfucking time. And then, like, his high top wasn't high. It was like leaning like the Tower Pizza and shit. Because, you know, the Gumby was taking over on this side. Did y'all ever wear y'all hair like that? Did y'all know dudes that had the high top fade Gumby? Is that a New York thing? I ain't never in my life seen them work out together like that. Oh, child. That was hilarious to me. I had to pause my TV and rewind the script like, that is not what I'm singing, is it? Oh my gosh. laughing when I watched it too. And now I'm picturing it in my head again. Oh my gosh. Okay, go. Well, outside the club, we had some Brooklyn dudes trying to get in. They didn't want to be searched. It was kind of weird for me that I didn't understand what was really going on. Ooh, they didn't want to be searched. And Lou came out like, hey, y'all got guns on you. You can't bring them up in here. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be the Jackson 5. You can't come up in here with no pieces on you, right? And like, you know, Junior came out behind him and a couple other dudes, like, you know, like they finna strong arm these cats. But when they seen Rock walk up, they calmed down. That fear that I was talking about. The inspector said he's learned who she is. And I said that he didn't display any type of fear with that knowledge. But out on the streets, when people hear Rock's name, when they see Rock's face, they fear her. Like these cats did. They calm the fuck down real quick. What loyalty or respect do you owe to Rock? Y'all from Brooklyn. The BK, right? Yeah, y'all from the BK. Bronx is the BX. Okay, what respect do y'all really owe Rock at this point? But they calm the fuck down. And Lou, perturbed by that. You know, he out here stating his presence, you know, trying to take command of his show. And it took his sister's presence for them to calm down and want to act right, you know. He looked over like, you know, he didn't want to let him see him sweat, but I could tell he was annoyed by that shit. He was annoyed by that shit. But the thing that got me is that they were Junior's people. They up in the VIP section, sitting up there with Jessica and Nicole. And this motherfucker's up here flirting with Jessica. He said he don't give a fuck that he's Lou's girl. And I don't care. Okay? You know, but Jessica checked him real quick. And then he decided to move on to Nicole. Make it make sense. Jessica checked him again real quick. But then here come Junior, like, you know, they alright, they just talking shit, you know what I'm saying? That's when I'm like, they your people? Your people didn't know that they couldn't come up in the spot like that. You know what I'm saying? Your people trying to give a little problem, but you standing there with them. You couldn't check your boys outside. Anywho, so Junior, you know, he's a dope head. He's lacing his doggone weed with cocaine. My baby daddy used to do that. I forgot what they used to call that shit. They would lace it with the whatever. And then he kept saying he wasn't on drugs. Nigga, you putting a whole line of damn cocaine in your damn spliff. What the fuck you mean? Okay, anywho. They let Nicole hit that shit, or Nicole hit that shit, and she was feeling brand new. Jukebox was back there like tripping out, you know, about singing. She was getting nervous. Kane and her was able to make up. He was able to talk her out of the bathroom and calm her down and get her out on the stage and sing. They get out on the stage and it's Famous now who's nervous. So Juke had to hype the crowd up, you know, get Famous loosen up and everything. And then, you know, when the beat started, Famous started rapping, and I still think, he don't sound good to me. He sound booty. He sound amateurish to me. But, however, I hope y'all noticed that the lyrics that Famous was singing was talking about the fact that Buck 20 got shot by 2 9s. Speaking of D-Wiz and Kanan. And he's rapping about this like this is his own life, his own story to tell. He's rapping about making money, making dollars, and how his stash house got hit up. And because his stash house got hit up, 2 of y'all motherfuckers got away, but we still killed 2 of y'all. He's talking about this like he done did this shit, right? But furthermore, he's talking about this shit, and I'm quite sure the streets gonna be talking. Did you hear Famous song? Did you hear Famous song? You basically confessing in this doggone song about some shit you really don't know nothing about. But the fact that Famous is rapping about this shit Lets me know that Kanan the one that told him. Now I know Famous was there in the beginning when Buck 20 got shot, but Famous wasn't around when the house got hit. But we remember Famous talking about, oh my goodness, the house got hit and Davina the one that snitched. Kanan was the one that told him. Which still continuously let us know, Kanan, you ain't for these streets. You ain't ready for these streets because you still running your motherfucking mouth too much. That, if you listen to the words of that song, Famous was spilling the beans. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody didn't go after his ass because of it. This how what 50 was saying in the narration, this how these rappers do. I heard rapping about shit that they don't know nothing about. And they get a reputation because of the shit that they rapping about. Because now they have to defend a reputation that they never had in the first place. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much it. Like all these damn rappers I heard all of a sudden bloods. Y'all motherfuckers wasn't never jumped into the game. Y'all ain't never slang shit on any corner or any set that got to do with them. Y'all wasn't never Crips. Y'all wasn't nothing Vice Lords. Y'all wasn't none of that shit. Y'all just happen to know a motherfucker and know a motherfucker, and y'all want to sing and rap about the shit that they done did and trying to take it on as this was what y'all was about when you really wasn't. Now you gotta back that shit up. It's gonna be a mess. This gonna be a mess. Well, inside the spot, Unique's people done broke in. They done broke in the back window. They was able to break the window. It's loud in there. Ain't nobody gonna hear them. They got into the club. They walking around, and Lou was able to spot them. And while they're inside the club, that's when Unique's boy finally tells Scrap that we finna hit Lou. This gonna be his last night breathing. Okay. They kept panning the camera on different people. They panned it on Famous. They panned it on Juke. They panned it on Marvin. I wasn't exactly sure at this particular time who was going to get hit, but I thought it was going to be Nicole. If y'all thought that too, y'all let me know that in the comment section. I thought it was going to be Nicole that was going to get hit. But when they backed up and came behind or around Lou, you see Scrap do that. As soon as he did that, Lulu knew that he was in trouble. So what happened? Lulu started a fight in the club. Started out a big brawl, screamed out Southside in the building, Queens in the building, fuck Brooklyn, you know. And then they started fighting. They started banging, big commotion. Everybody got up out of there for the most part. Kanan made his way over to Davina's house, and they smashed for the first time. Somebody made mention too, I think it was Stanley in Random TV Reviews, like somebody I just watched recently had mentioned that he understood why Davina gave up the stash house because she out here just trying to live a life. She's just trying to survive too. What I don't understand about Davina is if her love runs so deep for her mama the way she does, and she really wants her mama to just get help and come up out of this, why are you fucking with drug dealers? You don't think Kanan in the game, but you knew Buck 20 was. Like this shit is like has taken your mama away from you, stolen your mama away from you. I don't understand why she is not more bitter against people who are involved in that life. Did I date drug dealers and I had family members that are drug dealers? I didn't give a fuck about them the way that Davina is displaying her love and care for her mother. The desire to have her fixed. I didn't have that same type of mentality, which is why I didn't give a fuck about who was doing what. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't fuck with me and mine and my money. That's all I cared about at that particular time. Anywho, so yeah, Kanan and Davina smash. Famous hooked up with some random. For some reason, he was still in the club. Everybody else done scattered and left, but for some reason, he's still there. And whoever this little chick is sucked him off, so he probably fucked for the first time too. You know, all of them was virgins. Everybody was a virgin. And then Lou in the car, mad as a motherfucker. Jessica's like, oh, I just love a brother that know how to throw a punch. I don't know what it was, but when she said I love a brother, it got under my skin. I don't know why. It was almost like fetishizing who he was as a person. I just love a brother. And I stopped right there like, anywho, so she know they fucked in the car. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I love to see Lou fuck. I just love that back roll. That motherfucker throw that shit back. I love it. I love it. I do. Who else? Rock told Symphony fuck him. I think I mentioned it before. They done with and over with. She was in the bed. She didn't even notice Kanan come in the house. That's how much she was out of it. And Marvin, like I said, basically said fuck Rock. He took his little crew down to the highway with Kanan's plan to sell to the rich white folks. Or the white folks, you know. Jukebox rode home with high as hell Nicole on the bus, make sure she get out of the hood safely. And she said, tell her that I don't want you to be with nobody else. I don't want to be with nobody else. You know, and they hug and kiss. I don't know if they might have smashed again once upon a time. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. That's the whole episode. Rock is assed out with no product coming in. Marvin making his own moves. It looked like Lou gonna, because Jessica's really pumping him up. He's probably gonna end up being a promoter more than just producing, even though he knew his way around the sound room. It looks like he's gonna really be in the promotion, and him and Rock are gonna go at it. Because Rock told him when this little petty ass shit is over with, you need to get back to business, and he seemed really perturbed by that. And she seems very defeated. I tell you, she's smoking a cigarette and she was just shaking and shit like that. Yeah, that really got to Rock. That really got to Rock. All right, y'all, that's it. Let me y'all know how y'all felt about this episode. I know I watched it earlier today. I'm not gonna load it up until it airs tonight, so you should see this like 9 p.m. on time. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so that way you can be notified each and every time a video is posted on this channel. And if you haven't already before, tell one other person about this channel. Get them to subscribe. I appreciate it. Welcome to the My Twisted Life family. Peace, y'all.